guys, it's me. It's Saturday morning. I'm at work. Had one more load to get done, but you couldn't get it done yesterday. I have 2 half days off instead of 3. That's just my life. I'm not complaining. Today I want to talk about globalism. Yes, the dirty word that conservatives don't want to talk about, but you don't realize, regardless of what the socialist globalists say, it's coming. Whether they want it today, tomorrow, 100, 200, 300 years from now, globalism will be achieved. Because I want to ask you all something. What's some of your favorite sci-fi shows? I'll run down mine. Dark Matter, The Expanse, Star Trek. Yes, some of them are still some of my favorites, even though I did my walk away. I still love them. Babylon 5. You know, what a lot of those, actually, what is one thing every one of those shows have a problem? A global government that runs the entire earth. Guys, just through the sheer march of technology, communication, and understanding, we are moving towards a globalist society. Whether the right wants it or not, and they're the ones that are probably screaming the most of what their nationalist pride. Guys, I understand. I'm a United States Marine. I fought and bled for this country. I gave 7 years of service to my life, and some luck willing, I might give another 13 to finish out my 20. I believe in the United States. I believe in our Constitution, and I believe that it's the only preventative cure for the insanity and chaos that would ensue without it. But as great as the Constitution of the United States is, one day, the United States, I believe in my very heart and core, that it will have to bow one day to a world government where humanity has come together, it's ready to accept a world with no borders, and ready for humanity to take the next step towards what we're growing towards. But today ain't that. I'm sorry to the globalists and the social Marxists and all those people on the left who want open borders, who want it now. The world is not ready. And it ain't going to be ready for a while. I hate to break it to you guys, but you're pushing too hard, too fast, and you're pushing the wrong ideals while you're trying to push globalism. And I will fight tooth and nail against the kind of socialism and globalism you guys want to enforce now. Especially the EU brand, no. That's not the kind of world I want to live in. Kind of world I would like to live in if socialism is going to be present. I want to live in the world like the Federation of Star Trek. Not the STD mutant strain variation. I'm talking TNG, the TNG era to Deep Space Nine and Voyager. That era, or TOS, you know, the shows that have come before, long before this monstrosity that I am walking away from. That kind of Star Trek. Or I would want to kind of live in, you know, the Earth government of Earth Force of Babylon 5, where, you know, together we are now humanity, we are now spreading out among the stars, or by and large one of the societies in the Expanse, even though they've got problems there, but they're slowly, hopefully going to solve them, but we'll see as the show progresses. But anyways, the question I leave to the right, who I see mostly staunchly, completely opposed to globalism, people like the guy from Brand TV and all that, guys, it's coming. You can bury your head in the street and scream, "Great America, great again." And America should be great, so we're one of the front runners to head off the madness that the world seems trying to head into. It's not about making America great, guys. And you're chanting the wrong thing, you're fighting for the wrong thing. It's about maintaining the ideals that the Constitution enshrined for when that day does come. The world doesn't step into socialistic globalism that goes down way the wrong path. We need to enshrine the freedoms that are hard fought and won. Like freedom of speech needs to be enshrined. Freedom to carry arms. Yes, I believe in the Second Amendment. The Fourth Amendment, you know, which is pretty much decreed by the Supreme Court as our right to privacy. The Fifth Amendment, the right to not self-incriminate. The Sixth, right to trial. Those kind of things need to be enshrined. The 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. Decreeing what a person is, outlawing slavery. Those kind of things need to survive, need to be enshrined, need to be when we all come together as one world and we drop the borders and we just declare there's one world, that those freedoms carry forward and are the rallying cry for the world, not what these globalists, not these social globalists who want what they want now. That's the ideological and cultural war we need to be fighting. And I also make this call to independence because we're also logical, reasoning people who like our freedoms and who will fight for them. To the liberals, not the people in Antifa, the far left, the socialists, to the actual, true liberals who are still there. This is something we can all rally around. Because as much as we differ on the minutia of how our government is run, we still believe in a lot of the same freedom. And granted, we fight over guns, but that Pandora's box opened centuries before we were here, and it'll be fought centuries long after. And I think that's just a war you guys are just not going to win, and I'll fight you to the end on that one. But the point is, what are we going to continue to hold dear, and what are we going to bring forward into the world government, regardless of what form it takes, whether it's the UN proposed in the expanse, whether it's Earth Force in Babylon 5, Federation, what have you. What are we going to enshrine? What are we going to bring to the forefront? What are going to be our guiding principles? And if we don't think about that now, the people who are going to think about that and bring their brand are the people who are going to win, and it's not going to be the stuff that we want. It's going to be the socialist globalists who want globalism and open borders now. And complete and utter destruction of culture. And identity politics, and all the crap that I can't stand and I find highly illogical and stupid. Guys, logic, reasoning. It's why we've become the way we are. It's the reason why we've survived as long as we have, and it's the reason why we continue to strive forward. These socialists, they want to destroy that. I am vehemently opposed against it. I will fight against their emotional bullshit to the last. Because I want the identities of freedom, justice, and the dream a great man in 1960 posed in Washington, D.C. That dream I want to see brought to a reality to the entire world, where we could all walk in hand in righteousness and in freedom, with our freedoms enshrined. That's a dream worth fighting for, guys. Maybe not, across the barrel of a gun, but across a debate. Just something to think about. And to the conservatives, I say this. I know you're fighting against it. I know you hope it doesn't come. But guys, this is one battle, conservatives, you are doomed to lose as far as globalism goes. You're fighting against the war you can't win on that. I'm just going to be blunt on that. What you can do is fight to preserve some of the things that you believe and hold dear and make sure it's part of the world going forward. That I would focus on more than Make America Great Again. Because Make America Great Again, that's a rallying cry for people who want to hold on to the American flag and make sure it never goes anywhere. Guys, one day, that flag going to come down and a world flag going to go up. May not be, like I said, may not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be a century from now, may not be 2 centuries from now. But the day will happen. And when the United States gives way to the march of time, I hope it gives the best parts of itself and helps create something new and better in its place. That's what we should be striving for as a people. Now, I'm not saying we should go imperialist, conquer the world in orange. No, I believe we should come together and, we should grow as a people, as a species, together and become, one world that I think eventually we will be and become all the stronger for. Just something to think about, guys. I know, a little deep on a Saturday morning, but you know what? Something that's always been rattling in the back of my mind. And when I see all these cultural, these ideological, our heritage wars that we keep fighting, I keep looking at the left and the right and all the people going back and forth and go, you guys are fighting the wrong ideological war. You're wasting your time bickering over the minutia instead of trying to better ourselves to create something better and new. Like identity politics, it destroys the very logic that creates the great things that created the great nation we sit upon now and the great things we can create in the future. I mean, yeah, I know, I'm basically quoting Spock and the Vulcans here, but logic and reasoning is what carries us forward, not emotional handwritten crying and screaming. Anyways, just something for y'all to think about, and maybe it'd be a rallying cry instead of Make America Great Again, just to make America great. Make America great again to make the world great. Maybe that's what we should be crying. I mean, yeah, right now, I'll level with you guys. I believe in strong borders. I believe in controlling who comes in and comes out right now. Why? Because the world's not ready for open borders. We're not ready for things to be this big sweeping change in the world. The world is just simply not mature enough and not ready enough for that big step into the unknown. And until the world and we as a species are ready, we have to maintain what we know to slowly work towards. Because guys, this needs to be a slow march of time, not just a gigantic leap and pray we land on the other side in one piece. It can't be like that. So anyways, I should wrap this up. I've been going 12 minutes. I've been rambling, trying to give a coherent thought here and there. So y'all have a great day. And tomorrow, 3 p.m., Mindless Entertainment. This is Emily User Channel. I'm going to do a Q&A. You're going to ask me about my thoughts on this, by all means. I mean, I've already been asked stuff about pop culture, this, that, and the other. So it should be a wild time, and I'm probably expecting to at least go 2 hours. No, I might go 3. No, my wife might shoot me. Well, I don't have a gun. She would smack me upside the back of my head and go, hey, show me some attention. It happens. But anyways, I'm out, guys. See you later.